Okay, lecture notes. The provided code consists of two classes, Tic Tac Toe Frame and Tic Tac Toe. Tic Tac Toe Frame class. This class extends JFrame, which is a top-level container used to represent a window in Java Swing applications. It represents the graphical user interface GUI for the Tic Tac Toe game. The class includes instance variables such as component, player, turnLabel, done, and board, which are used to manage the game state and GUI components. Constants like frame width, frame height, square dim, left pad, top pad, blank, X player, and O player are declared for controlling the layout and game logic. The constructor initializes the GUI components, including the game board, turnLabel, and reset button. It sets up event listeners for mouse clicks on the game board squares and the reset button. It also defines methods for handling game actions such as selecting a square, computing row and column for mouse coordinates, resetting the game, switching players, setting the winner, and updating the turnLabel. It includes two inner classes. Mouse pressed listener implements mouse listener to handle mouse events on the game board, and reset listener implements action listener to handle reset button clicks. Tic-tac-toe class. This class contains the main method, which creates an instance of Tic-tac-toe frame, sets up its title, default close operation, and makes it visible. How to use tic-tac-toe. Compile both TicTacToeFrame.java and TicTacToe.java. Run the tic-tac-toe class. This will create a window showing the tic-tac-toe game GUI. Players can click on the squares to make their moves, and they can reset the game using the Reset Game button. Frame. The code creates two JPanel instances, Panel and Panel 2. Let's discuss how each of these panels works. Panel. This panel holds the main components of the tic-tac-toe game GUI. It uses a box layout with vertical arrangement, box layout y-axis, to stack its components vertically. Initially, it contains panel 2 and component, which represents the game board. Panel 2. The panel is nested inside panel and holds the reset button and turnLabel horizontally. It has a maximum size set to frame width and panel height, ensuring that it won't exceed a certain size. The reset button and the turnLabel are added to this panel. In summary, panel serves as the main container for all GUI components, arranging them vertically. Panel 2 is a nested panel within panel and is used to hold the reset button and turnLabel horizontally at the top of the frame. This organization helps in structuring the layout of the tic-tac-toe game GUI, separating different parts of the interface logically and visually. In this example, Reset Listener implements the Action Listener interface, which means it must provide an action performed method to respond to action events like button clicks. When the reset button is clicked, the action performed method of reset listener will be called. Inside this method, the game board is reset using the reset method of the tic-tac-toe board class. This allows the game to start over by clearing the board and resetting any game-related variables. How do tic-tac-toe board, tic-tac-toe component, and tic-tac-toe frame relate? In a typical implementation of a tic-tac-toe game using Java Swing, tic-tac-toe board, tic-tac-toe component, and tic-tac-toe frame would be related in the following way. Tic-tac-toe board represents the logical state of the tic-tac-toe game board, provides methods to interact with the game board, such as checking for available squares, determining the winner, setting marks, and resetting the board. It doesn't directly handle graphical representation, but provides the data and logic necessary for the game mechanics. Tic-tac-toe component represents the visual component responsible for rendering the tic-tac-toe game board, utilizes the data and logic from tic-tac-toe board to visually display the game state, draws the grid and marks X or O on the graphical user interface, acts as a bridge between the logical representation of the board, tic-tac-toe board, and its graphical representation. Tic-tac-toe frame represents the main graphical user interface GUI window for the tic-tac-toe game. Contains instances of tic-tac-toe component and other GUI elements like buttons and labels. Initializes the game state by creating an instance of tic-tac-toe board. Utilizes tic-tac-toe component to display the game board visually within the frame. Handles user interactions and events such as button clicks for resetting the game. Acts as the top-level container for the graphical representation of the game. In summary, tic-tac-toe board represents the logical game state. Tic-tac-toe component represents the visual representation of the game board, and Tic-Tac-Toe Frame serves as the main GUI window that integrates both the logical and visual aspects of the game. Together, they form the backbone of a tic-tac-toe game implemented in Java Swing. That's panel 2. Yes.